Hi, welcome friends, Kambawa. Yes, so today I thought we'd have a look at trying to fix some of the light bleed on the layout. As you can see here, I've tried to take the roof off, but I managed to take the whole building off. It's right, I can glue it back on. That was the biggest offender, I think. I mean, that one could do that. I actually kind of like the light blue effect you get through the side, but that one is quite obvious on as well. But we'll sort this one out first. So, here we go. Should be a very simple operation. I've got my tray to put my paint in. It's just some cheap black acrylic paint. Doesn't have to be anything special. We have the building itself. It's on the Tommy Tech range. So the idea is basically everywhere but the windows inside, give a nice healthy coat of black too. So let's do it. Give this a slight shake. I'm not sure how much was left. This is what I used to paint the outside of the layout. But if there isn't enough, I have to go and get some more. There should be plenty, really. So it's quite thick stuff, but that's what we want because we want coverage. I'm not looking for any quality here. There's no paint on my hand before starting out. Yeah, just nice coat. It might take a couple of coats, really, I suppose, to really in fact the roof is the main part of this one that suffers. So let's do that. Oh, 3 footing there. There we are. And obviously the paint's not going to stick fantastic well without a priming layer down. But, you know, that's where I might have to do multiple coats. But yeah, so if I just come in here. Now really, it's easiest to do this when the building is not yet built. But unfortunately this layout has had to be a bit of a get it looking nice and ready. I've been trying to be careful to go around you possibly can't see in there, probably can. I'm trying to go around this window as opposed to through it. So yes, I wasn't able to have the luxury of time to do some of these things, so that's why I have to do some of this remedial work after the fact, because yeah, you know, it just wasn't possible prior. I see I've got some on the window there, actually on the window itself. Oh, looks like I've got lucky and just missed. No, I have got one of them, so use my finger just to wipe that away. There we are. Now I've got paint on my fingers. There we are. There we are too. Right, so be careful this time. And come down the side. There we are. What we'll do now. Just wipe that away there, so it's not on the actual glazing. There we go. So I'll show you this time round, the whole thing, and then when you see it next, we should be on the testing stage. I'll have done 2 coats on it by then. But it's going to be interesting around here. Again, just got to very carefully come around all of this. is one of those things that prevention is better than cure though, so if you can do it before you put your buildings together, that's the ideal thing. Of course. And of course that's the benefit of not having a priming layer down though, is that if I do go onto the windows I can just wipe it off while the paint's not dry. Right, that's most of it done on the first pass. So it looks really tatty inside there, but you know, it's not about presentation, at least it's just about prevention on the light bleed. Really try and get up into that top part there. To really try and eliminate what's going on, issues going on there. Try and get into the little cracks and corners as well. Try and make sure it is done. Right, so I'll leave that to dry and we'll be back. Now what I might do in the meantime is just see if I can get the roof off another couple of the buildings, just so I can make good use of the paint I've got here. Okay, so next time you see me, this will have 2 coats. There might be some others with more than 1 coat on as well, and we'll be testing them out to see how we've got on. Right. Sorry for all the misdrawn was floating around, but those are the buildings I did. Ended up actually putting the whole base off for that one, so I'll redo that. Unfortunately, a bit of damage happened to that one now as well. But that's going to be, the next bit will be fixing that. But we can just test that the light is no longer bleeding out the top of that. It's no longer coming out the side either. It's looking a lot better. Okay. The one here, pop that over there, like that. No longer coming through the roof. Okay. There was the garage here. Pop this back on there. You can see the little bit at the back. There's a little spot there at the back, but overall that's now really enhanced that so much more. It's a lot less obvious. I'm not too worried about little bits like that. You know, it's a lot better than it was. And then finally, this one, the one we started with. And a bit of a, how much better that is. It's not coming through the roof anymore. Perhaps a little bit coming through the front still, but you know, again, it's a lot better. You can sort of just, you know, play it off as the light coming from across the road, basically, because there's some shadows on there as well. So that's still a little bit on the roof there, isn't there? Yeah, still a little on the roof there. I might try and get another coat maybe. But yeah, But yeah, so we're getting there. So next thing for me to do is repair that factory and get that back together and everything properly. Nothing too horrific, just basically there's a little roof that goes between that building and the building that sits over that one. And that just needs re-gluing in place. So but yeah, it shouldn't take too long. So next time you see, I'll put a bit more paint on that one. And these will all be drying in place. So the same view in the dark. Again, yes, you've got a little bit there, but to be honest, it's fine. It's fine. The roof's I'm mostly concerned about, like that one is fine now. Okay, there's a little bit just here maybe, but again, I can't see that with the naked eye easily. That one's basically almost totally done. That's a lot better as well. And that's now going in place and repaired. And there's the little shed there. So I'll go and put the light on again. The same view. It's all a lot less obvious. An exhibition. I mean, particularly the one this has been to before. The lights were overpowered anyway by the daylight and the lighting in the room. So hopefully the building should show their lit, but it won't be anywhere near this obvious. I do like slightly dimmer rooms, so dimmer lighting is my thing. In room spaces, so it's going to show up a bit more in that, obviously. But yes, so, there we go. I have successfully. Oh, I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to call it successful. Successfully got the lights all sorted out again. So, arigato gozaimashita. Because it's something that's finished, gozaimashita. And take care all. Sayonara.